Dad. This morning we are out working with Miss Shiloh, getting her used to the head halter to help keep her from pulling her mom in exciting environments. Gonna have to definitely make some more adjustments for her. I'm starting it off loose, so that way she can get used to having something on her face without her correcting too much. First, the slightest movement. Good girl. And then I definitely need to adjust the collar portion of it since it was too loose as well. We'll make those adjustments later. Good girl. So I just want her to go. So if she starts to pull, I'm going to lift up and back to give her that correction. But we're still going to give her praise for redirecting to us and giving us focus. And we'll just be trying to keep the leash as loose as possible and just make it so she's the one doing the corrections by pulling towards something too interesting. See if she needs to go to the bathroom first. She's more interested in the person there. Yes, good girl, thank you. Okay. Try to take her over this way, see if she actually needs to use the bathroom before we go in. So it's a good idea, even if they did go potty earlier, to give them multiple opportunities to use the bathroom while outside before going into an indoor location. Most places that allow pets inside are accustomed to the usual accident, but we would definitely want to do our best to prevent that whenever possible. Good girl. Yeah, I think she's okay. She just seems more interested in everything else than going to the bathroom. Yeah. Good girl. Good. It is a little bit cooler out today, probably around mid-80s or so, but we're still going to be working inside just because it's still too hot for her for an extended session outside. This actually works out well anyways because we really want her to get practice in social situations. Good girl, thank you. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Hi, how you doing? Good girl. Yes, thank you. Good girl. So she's definitely interested in everybody, but she's remembering her training after a little bit of pulling. So it's good that she's listening to her corrections still. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Okay. Okay, come. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Oh, he started around. Okay. Good girl, there you go. So she started running towards the kid that was running away, and all I did was hold tight and pull up a little bit, and that was enough to correct her with the head halter. So same thing here. Yes, thank you. This way. Okay, with me. Good. Yes, good. With me. Good. Very good. With me. Yes, very good. Yes, very good. So for those situations and scenarios where everything's going to be pretty tight and it's going to be really exciting, I'm just going to help her out a little bit with having her, giving her commands to refocus on me and maintain focus while we're carrying through. She did really well initially there though. Girl. Yes, good girl. Hi, how you doing? Good girl. Let me make sure we're still recording. Yeah, okay. Alright. It's a good time of day. There's definitely some people around, but it's not too busy and then it's not too quiet. So it's a good mix. Good girl. She's doing a really good job maintaining focus and not pulling, getting too far ahead of herself right now or anything. Okay. So whenever she does want to take off the head halter, I'm just going to pull up a little bit to correct her and then try to get her to just carry on. It's also helpful to be in these distracting environments while getting her used to it. So that way, yes, good girl. So that way all the extra distractions makes it so she's not just concentrating on this thing on her face. Good girl. Come. Yes, good girl. Okay, gonna let her smell. Good. Take the opportunity to actually use her nose to help her out so long as she's not being, she's not following it to the point where she's pulling past us. Good girl. Yeah, you're doing so good. Okay. So we're gonna have her wait here while people are passing. Hi. Good girl. Yeah. So it's important, especially when you're out and about, to be aware of your environment. So that way we can still socialize her without getting in anybody's way. Goes for both people that are trying to shop at the stores as well as the workers. Good girl. Thank you. Good girl. Something I'm doing right now too, and you can always wean off of it later, is just preloading a treat in my hand. That way every time I feel the need to reward her, I'll already have one available. So whenever she does do something right or I need to redirect her, I'll have something available to positively reinforce right away. Good girl. Yes, very good. And it just kind of depends on what it is that she's kind of redirecting from, right? So here, she's starting to hard pull in front. Yes, good girl. We definitely want to reward her for recognizing that and checking back in on us, right? Another time is when she starts to get really bothered by her head halter and tries to take it off. I want to try to redirect her back up to me so she leaves it alone, and then let her follow me for a little bit for another reward. Also, of course, if we do get the opportunity and she remains composed while meeting somebody, that'll be another good opportunity to give her a treat as well. All the times though, I'm just gonna let her know that she's doing really good when she is, and give her some pets and praise at least during the outing. So here's another time, right? Leave it. Good girl. With me. Good. Good girl. Yes, this way. Good girl, thank you. Okay. Gonna pull up. Yes, good girl. Good leave it. Good job. We don't have to do it all the time. It's just really good to do during reconditioning or training, because we want them to feel rewarded for doing the right thing, as opposed to, you know, the other option of doing the wrong thing, right? And getting themselves their own reward by either like pulling to get to wherever they're interested in, All right, so here, yes, good girl. Kind of same with waffles. The doorways can be really exciting for them, and they'll start to kind of accelerate through. So all I did there was hold as soon as she was going too far, too fast, and then I let the head halter correct herself for me. And that's kind of the goal here. Our goal is still the same. We want to keep a nice loose leash, and we want her to correct herself when she starts pulling too hard. We're gonna be the positive influencers in her training and behavior, and we're gonna let the gear be the negative ones. Well, in combination with her own behaviors too, of course. So that way she's her own worst enemy. Good girl. Yes, thank you. So there she starts trying to take it off. I just pull up, and that does two things. Gets her head off the ground, so that way she doesn't scratch up her nose or anything. It also tightens up on the device so she can't just loosely scrape it off with her paw, and then also gets her head up so we can get going again. Gonna let her take a minute here to smell the dirt. Good girl. Thank you. And this looks like a good place where she can just kind of use her nose, not get into any trouble. You know, none of this stuff is toxic or anything. You want to be careful around like the pesticides and the rodent killers and things like that. But out here in the dirt, she's more than welcome to use her nose and get distracted. Walking at a good pace. I'm also trying to do my best to stay close to her to help her out, and just paying attention to kind of what's interesting to her and just walking with her more than anything else. You know, that way if she does start going too fast or in a completely different direction, then the corrections will take place with the head halter. But until then, because I'm really still trying to get her used to having it on, and we just want her to get out and socialized, we don't want to make her feel too restricted right now. Hi. Good girl. Okay. I know you're a good girl. Oh. Good girl. Yeah, she's doing a really good job of maintaining focus. Oh, up here. Good. What was that, huh? What was that? What was that? Up here? Okay, good girl. Yeah. So she's been paying attention to me for quite a while there, and so that's why I wanted to reward her. Good girl. And the good part about spacing out the treats as well is that it helps to encourage her to continuously check in and to continuously maintain focus. She's doing really good though. Oh yes, big yawn. That's how you know at least we have this part here that fits properly, because it's able to kind of go around her muzzle there without hindering her ability to pant. Okay. Getting a little, there we go, we're good. Yes, good girl, thank you. Yep. Hi. Good girl. Alright. Good girl. So it is very loose, so it came off, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it back on. Alright, with me. Good girl. And that's the thing with this device, is like you don't need it to be applying pressure all the time, just when she is pulling. And so when she is behaving herself and not pulling, it shouldn't cause her any discomfort. Usually with pups, it's just the sensation of something new resting on their face that they have to get used to. Oh, thanks. Do you want to say hi? She's very friendly. We're just working on her not jumping on people. Yeah. Good girl, no. Yeah. No jumping, no.
He must smell, that's a boy?
Yeah, girl.
Oh, girl.
Good girl.
My daughter's dog.
Oh, nice. What kind of dog?
Pretty. Look at her.
What kind of?
She's a big old slot. Beautiful.
Thanks. She's still really young, so she's working on it.
How big is she going to get?
Oh, she's gonna get pretty big. She's only 7 months old. Yes, good girl. No jumping. That's why we're trying to get her to not jump on people.
Oh, no. She is big.
Yeah.
That's a big poop.
Yeah. Good girl. Thank you. What's that noise, huh? What's that noise? Good girl. Come. Good girl. You go ahead and go around here. Yes, good girl. Bless you. Okay. So overall, her walking behavior and focus, good job. Seems to be doing better, and we still have to definitely work with her on those engagements, just because she gets so excited when she does get some attention. Good girl. That if we don't set her up and get her to sit and wait, she's more likely to pop up. Hi, how you doing? Yes, good girl. There you go. Good. Most of the time, though, if it's just kind of a greeting from afar, she's pretty good with behaving herself. But then when it's that moment of opportunity for engagement, seems to be just what we need to look for. Luckily, especially with the head halter, it makes it even easier to correct her, because as soon as she starts going up, this also applies that extra pressure on her to help stop her before she gets too far. Good girl. Oh, good job. Alright. Gonna keep these sessions initially short with the head halter, so that way she can have a break with it off. And then we're gonna get some lunch, and then we'll be back at it again. Gonna try probably more of the pet stores and maybe the dog park areas where people will be more interested in meeting her, so that way we can practice more of those interactions as well, with her having to not jump on people during the initial greetings. Yes, good girl.